Hi, I'm Ben Sano, and this is the Elephant in the Room. This is a political right-wing channel, and the point of this YouTube channel is twofold. One, I want to provide young conservatives with a channel to understand the news and events of the world from the perspective of another young conservative. Two, and equally important, I want to help young Democrats and leftists understand the world from a conservative point of view. I want you ultimately to understand that the left and the right want the same outcomes. We just have different ideas on how to get there. In essence, I want to fully describe as well as humanize the conservative outlook on the world. Don't worry, right-wing viewers, I will attack the left. But don't worry, leftists, I will also attempt to understand your worldview and bridge the unfortunate gap between us. For today, my first episode, I want to discuss modern conservatives and who we really are. So what does it mean to be a conservative? Especially in this day and age, which admittedly has seen some major shifts in political demographics. Well, we're not the conservatives that most liberals have always believed we were. The stuffy old rich fat cats disenfranchising the poor to fill our overflowing coffers. We're also not the apparent new image conservatives, rank-and-file Nazis looking to disenfranchise minorities to create an ardent superpower. First off, I would like to say that many of us are younger than you realize, with large numbers of teens and millennials starting to join the conservative movement. And we're not just white men. In fact, half of American women are right-wing. 35% of Latinos are also Republican. And though small, black Republican voters have doubled in the past decade. Beyond demographics, if I were to describe conservatives in one word, it would be independent. Most importantly, it's about independence in ideas, ideals, and values. We rely on hard facts to back up our claims rather than assumptions and knee-jerk reactions. It's both our strength and our weakness. A strength as it calls for more focus and research to find that information that goes against the grain of the normal narrative, searching for truth in what sometimes feels like endless lies. It's also a weakness as it becomes difficult for conservatives to unite, as we tend to disagree on some little point. It's also independence from the government. Conservatives put the value of taking care of one another and communities and humans in general over the government. To us, the government is nothing but a poorly run middleman. We believe in helping people who are down with their luck, but we have faith in our communities, our families, and our charities to help them out. Finally, it's independence to live how you see fit. We love the Constitution and the freedom it endows us. Though old, we strictly follow it to preserve the freedoms written in it, with the caveat of creating amendments to fix the problems that time may bring to it, not elastic interpretations. With these constitutional freedoms, we love the ability to live our lives as we see fit, and allow others to live their lives as they see fit. As long as none of us are breaking others' rights, we can all pursue and do what we want, no matter race or gender or sexual orientation. To conservatives, we all have the ability to put our lives in our hands and create something successful out of it. We don't see the necessity to change that about our country, especially with the use of the government, as we know how quickly that can turn to tyranny. That brings me to my final point. Those of us born in America or other Western nations tend to take for granted the freedoms our culture and society allows, and choose to dismantle certain parts of it to make way for social change. Conservatives take huge pride in the opportunities and freedoms that Western values endow on us, and are ardent about defending those values. We see the dismantling of Western culture as a slippery slope to its destruction, and replacement with something authoritarian. For these reasons, we greatly respect our military, police, and others who give everything to keep peace and preserve our freedoms. At the same time, we reject the societies that would seek to eliminate those freedoms, such as social justice warriors, third-wave feminists, socialists, and communists. So this is just a broad definition, and I could go on describing specific issues, such as abortion, or immigration, or gun control, but I thought that if I were to convince you to listen to me on those issues, it was important to first describe my definition of conservative ideology in a way that sounds more human and understandable. Hopefully, if you're on the left, you still don't see conservatives as evil or Nazis. But if you do, I hope my future videos will convince you otherwise. I believe we have the same goals of helping progress society and helping each other out. We just have different methods of getting to those goals. I'm Ben Sano for Elephant in the Room. I hope you enjoyed this first episode. I will be back with more substantive, ideological, and news-related stories soon, so stay tuned and subscribe or like if you enjoyed it.